Hey guys! So I'm actually about to film the intro and outro to the Seattle Flute Festival video. I realized that the makeup and hair I'm doing is exactly what I would do on stage for a concert. Take what you will from this. This is just how I do it. I'm not a makeup guru. I'm not a hair guru. I typically braid my hair. I left my hair down because I wanted to be all like pretty and diva and everything. When I was breathing in, I actually breathed in part of my hair. I got this hair in my mouth and I'm like this is the best way to braid your hair, is if your hair is a little bit oily. Anybody with really long hair who braids their hair all the time will tell you the same thing. I like to do a sort of diagonal braid, comb everything this way. I'm gonna take quite a big section of hair in the front here, but I'm gonna angle it to this side. We're gonna split the hair into 3 sections. Left side's going under, then right side is going under. Again, left side going under, and then holding that, you have to bring over a section of hair from this side. So the important part is to make sure that this hand stays put while your other hand does all the work. So the right side goes under. Now you see I've switched hands. So again, this hand stays put. This hand picks up some hair on this side. You kind of have to imagine that you're going to be going diagonally down this way. So when you reach this point, you braid it a couple more times. When it's long enough for you to put it over your shoulder, you hold it there. Bring it all out here before you're weaving it under from the back. Now that it's on this side, you're gonna weave it over. I'm just taking a thin hair tie. We're just gonna tie it off. I'm using spin pins. Basically, they're hair screws, as wrong as that sounds. I'm just gonna turn around so you guys can see. The idea is for you to figure out how big you want your coil to be. So the rest of this, I coil behind it and I tuck it in. You're gonna take these little guys, you grab the braid, then you grab the hair that's at your scalp, and then you just screw it in. There's sort of this space around here now, right? It's a perfect place to put flowers. If I'm not like the main attraction of the show, then I would wear like black flowers like this, clip it right on. There you go, that's it. I'll do a combination that I like to do. Woo, princess! You can definitely play with matching, your accessories to the kind of music you're playing. It's nice when the visual and the sound kind of goes together. Moving on to makeup. My skin is a lot better right now than it was last year. My acne was actually cystic. See all these little spots? Those are scars now. When you see me in my videos, my skin looks perfect on camera, but it's really just makeup and lighting. Normally I put on a sunscreen. This one you can only get at the dermatologist. Tizo? I don't know how they pronounce it. Sun damage will actually make the scars even darker. But since this is a concert look, what sunscreen does is that it reflects the light off, right? So what's gonna happen is that you're just gonna look like you have a huge white cast on your face. No sunscreen, but normally I would put it on. Too Faced Primed and Poreless Pure Primer. I am a cheap Asian and I use everything to the last drop. Ooh, nice little dollop came out. We're doing it my way, okay? This is not even close to professional. Most of us only put makeup on our own face, so you can be as questionably hygienic as possible. I go like that, and I concentrate everything in the middle. Whatever's left, then I work my way outward. Colorstay Whipped Foundation. I'm in the shade 320 Warm Golden. This is actually a more affordable foundation for me that is talc free and paraben free. Make sure your hands are clean. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for my primer. We're going to concentrate here. A little bit more. I'm gonna put it on the sides. Putting extra coverage on the places where I have darker scars. In real life, obviously a lot of these scars will show through. This doesn't define who you are at all. This just refines. I went into doing interviews for flute teaching positions when I had full-on cystic acne, and I got both jobs. It's really about your character. It has nothing to do with what you look like. Are you kind? Are you generous? Are you loving? Keep that in mind, alright? Going back to the makeup, I like to use this thing actually as concealer. I'm just going to kind of lightly pat it in. I look really weird right now, don't I? A little trick is that if you have a really dark scar or something like that that you want to cover up, you put a little bit of the product on, wait like 15 to 20 seconds, and it'll dry a little bit, and then you use your finger and you blend it out. You won't end up moving all of the product because a bunch of the product already dried on the spot. This is a lot of powder, okay? This is like guaranteed way to make yourself look completely flawless. Again, I'm using the same powder. I still have not found another drugstore powder that compares to this quality. We're using my beauty blender. Get some on here. We're basically gonna pat it on. In real life, you're gonna look a little scary, and that's just the way it is. So that's stage makeup. This is the Revlon Photoready Bronzed and Chic bronzer. It's matte, nothing too shiny, because those lights are just going to make you look like a crystal ball. I really like that it has 4 different shades. We're gonna use the same beauty blender, but we're going to switch it to the other side. Stick it in here. My face is so round that if I go on stage, I'm just gonna look like a circle. I only want definition. Here is my cheekbone. There is a hollow underneath. It's gonna look a little bit clownish at first. Blend it up here. That looks really crazy right now. We're going to blend that out. I'm gonna use the lighter ones for this part. Bring it down so that it sort of blends into your jawline. Now you see one side of my face looks really chiseled and amazing, and the other side's like flat. The idea is for it to look like you have a light source right here, right? Doesn't it look like that right now? If the light was up here and shining right down at you, it would create these shadows. That's how you know where to put your bronzer. If you can see from my profile, I don't have much of a nose bridge at all, which is a very typical Asian trait. The lighting will drown out my face. If I don't define my nose, it makes my nose look like it's like just flat with my skin. Let's take this one. The other thing to define about the nose is right around here. That would just make it look a little bit more pronounced. The blush I'm using is by Tarte. A little bit really goes a long way, and so this thing is gonna last for a really long time. Greatest part about buying this though was that I had stocked up enough points at Ulta. Original price for this is about $30, and I got it for $4. The cashier looked like she just wanted to like murder me. I'm gonna use the bottom of the beauty blender now. You see how I basically blended it up like that? So basically I'm gonna put it right there. Again, I am using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This stuff works the best. My makeup actually stays on my eyes all day. I'm gonna use like about that much. Now for the eyeshadow. I have a pretty lazy way of doing this. It involves a tissue. Fold the tissue down, fold it down again. This is going to be basically your fallout guard. I just don't have the patience to use all those different kinds of brushes. So I'm basically gonna fake a smoky eye look with one brush. The first one that I like to use is Naked. You can feel the bone up here. You're gonna put that right on the bone. I'm gonna do a gradient effect that's going from the bottom up, but I just kind of predefined where my brow bone is so I know where to stop. We're going to take Buck. It's a darker brown. Put the tissue like this. You can be totally messy with this now. Watch out! Where I'm pressing in right now is right under the bone. There you go. There's no fallout down here. Fantastic, right? See, caught it all. Typically, if you're just going for an everyday look, you can just stop right here. We're just gonna take it a step further. So we're gonna use this one. You want it right on the bottom. Boom. Adds dimension to the eye. Wipe off the brush a little bit. Lightly blend everything together. We're just gonna take it a step even further. Creep. Wipe off the brush a little bit. Blend it again. This is the Physicians Formula Lash Boosting Eyeliner. This thing does not smudge. Whoa, there's an eye booger right here. Ugh. Follow the shape of my makeup. There we go. I just kind of lightly connected it actually to my lower lash line. With lashes, this won't look as crazy. If you wiggle it in, it'll just kind of complete the line. You see how the line just looks more finished now? I'm just gonna curl my lashes, pump it from the outside and work your way in. Now we're going to use mascara, Physicians Formula. This is their lash boosting one too. Ultra Black. I like the whole natural look, which is why I regrew my eyebrows out so it doesn't have that crazy arch. I'm just going to accept my Asianness and my flat brows. I'm using just a regular angled liner brush. NYX Nude Matte Shadow in Bare My Soul. I don't like anything too warm on my brows. Use a very light hand if you have strong brows like me. It's really just to reshape it a tiny bit. I have a little bit up here that kind of went missing. Fills it in. That's all. I'm missing a little on top here. That's it. If I do any more than this, I look like Crazy Eyebrow Woman, which I unfortunately look like in one of my videos. You can go and try and spot which one it is. It won't be that hard to figure out. These are the Ardene 120 lashes. They're demi lashes. I have no idea what that means, but in case you wanted to know. Black Duo Lash Glue. My lash line is actually quite small because I have actually very small eyes. This is all just illusion to make them look bigger than they actually are. I snipped off that much. A lot of people tell you to like make it, you know, curvy and all that. Now for me, my lash line is so straight that I actually need to go the opposite way and make it straight. I'm gonna put them on and come back. There's a bunch of videos out there that show you how to do it. So here we go. All right, clean it up, line it again on top. I look so weird doing this, but I'm trying to let it dry. You have to do the whole like curling and mascara thing again because you want to make sure that your real lashes actually stick to the false ones. We are going to take Virgin, which I have totally hit pan on. We're going to take their concealer brush because this will really pack on the color. Inner corner on the bottom. And then you're going to bring it up. We're going to put some up here as well. You see how suddenly it's like, whoa, there is a lot of lip dimension on her eye, when really there's not. I play the flute. I don't use lip products because that's just disgusting to get on your flute and everything. I just took a Q-tip and I just wipe off the foundation and stuff like that that has gotten on my lips. If I do want to, you know, film and I'm not playing the flute and stuff, I use this lip balm here. This is what it looks like. This stuff actually stays on your lip. Like, if you put it on the night before, in the morning, you can still feel it on your lips. It's amazing. If you are performing, put this on. Spray, spray, spray. I'm not gonna do it right now though, because for camera, it's actually better if the powder is still there. This is basically the completed look. From far away, you actually look pretty normal. And also when the lights are shining at you. Obviously, if you're not used to the false lashes, practice putting them on before. Make sure that they don't fall off. Get used to the feeling of reading music with these lashes on. That is it. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.